What's it like driving an electric vehicle in the mountains? Let's find out. I'm Jess Hoover with the High Country Conservation Center, and this is Myth Busting with HC3. Today, I'm meeting Dillon Valley resident Adrienne Isaac. Adrienne used to commute to Denver for work, so she knows a thing or two about driving her electric all-wheel drive Hyundai Ioniq in the snow. I'm going to ask her the truth about driving an electric vehicle during Summit County's long winter. Adrienne!
Hey, friend.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So we're here doing this wintertime driving shoot, and we actually just had snow, and it is still super blowy outside and pretty cold. And we're sitting in your car, and it's running.
Yes.
We're quite warm.
Yes.
How much battery do you have right now?
84%.
Okay, 84%. So when you first got this car, you were commuting quite a bit for work, weren't you?
I was commuting from Summit County down to the Front Range a couple times a week.
Wow, okay, so safe to say you know a lot about wintertime driving in an electric car.
I do. Wintertime driving at altitude, and getting up and down all those vertical feet,
Awesome.
For sure.
Yeah. This car is all-wheel drive, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It's the 22 Hyundai Ioniq 5, the all-wheel limited trim.
And what would you say, just driving wintertime Summit County about, the all-wheel drive car and how it performs?
I think it performs fantastically, to be honest. I mean, look, when you get right down to it, it's your tires. Having a good tire on this heavy all-wheel drive car, it's a beast in the snow, I gotta be honest.
So another question we get asked a lot about is range. Can we talk about what does the cold weather do to your battery?
In the summer, this thing can get maybe 300 miles, right? Which is awesome, depending on how you drive it. I lose about 100 miles of range, pretty standard. However, on your standard Summit County day, honestly, it's just that 100 miles of range, which does sound like a lot, but if you're driving more locally, you're not going to see as drastic a reduction as you would in very, very cold temps.
You're also parking outside overnight.
I am.
That's another question that we get, because a lot of folks don't have garages.
Yes.
So can you talk about, when you get out to your car in the morning and push the start button, does it turn on?
It turns on, and it never fails. What's also nice about this car, it has a remote start option, so I can fire it up and start the defrost and get everything going before I put it into drive, right? Overnight, depending on the temperatures, you might lose between 1% and 5% of your total battery life.
You mentioned defrosting, and I'm curious if your car defrosts its windshield as fast as mine does.
It's actually kind of wild. It does, and it's not the fancy windshield that has like the defrost in it either. It's the standard one. But yeah, I'm always really impressed with how warm this car can get in a short amount of time, even with parking outside.
So we've been sitting here for a few minutes now, and how much charge do you have in your battery?
84%.
So we haven't lost anything at all. And we've got the seat heaters on and the heat on and the engine running, and So it does lose range in the wintertime, but despite that, when it's time for you to get your next car, will you go back to getting a gas-powered car?
Yeah, at the end of the day, I don't think I'm going back. I love the performance of the EV. I love the responsiveness. I grew up on the East Coast, so I drive a little fast, but I do love the way it handles. I love the way it performs. This is my only car too, and of course I was nervous about that. I take a lot of ski trips, drive around the Western US. As the infrastructure continues to get better, it's less scary to make those longer drives, winter or summer.
Well, there we have it. Wintertime, summertime, EVs are pretty awesome vehicles.
I'm sold.
Awesome. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our other videos about everything electric: cars, snowblowers, and cooktops. Until next time, I'm Jess Hoover with the High Country Conservation Center. We spent over an hour in Adrienne Isaac's car, and it used 0 battery. And you just watched Myth Busting with HC3.